On to Newcastle, who, as we mentioned, are also in that race for the top four. They're reportedly heading to Singapore and South Korea to play 3 different preseason games. How much could this be worth for Newcastle? Is it good to see them kind of expanding into that Asian market?
Yeah, look, it is, and I think it's a step up for Newcastle. I think they're really trying to claim their position as one of the top clubs now. Certainly, in that elite level. I think the number we're going to be looking at could be around 5 million. Is what would be a big increase for Newcastle, probably double than anything they've ever done before. So it would be a very valuable trip for them. I think it's also, as we've discussed many times, it's about the exposure, but then it's now about cementing that market and doing things when you actually play over there. So it's new technologies I've mentioned to you before are the key things that they're going to have to employ in those markets to make sure that they reach the fan base that's there. It's an interesting move, though, for Newcastle. Normally, the historical fan base has been more North America for the overseas fans for Newcastle. They haven't had a big Asian fan base. People may not remember, though, they did actually own under Freddie Shepherd's ownership. They owned I think it was the Dalian Swords. I think that was the name of the club they owned in China. So there was some link at that time with Newcastle. So there will be some sort of historical base, but it's all about now creating that Gen Z base over internationally and giving fans a chance to see people like Isaac and all the others. They're coming back off a trophy win. Hopefully they qualify for Champions League, and they will then have a very strong platform to try and sell themselves in those markets. And those are key markets for them to develop. So I know Peter Silverstone, the commercial director, will be working overtime right now trying to put those plans in place. And I think 5 million is a great number to build from. Hopefully it becomes more for them in the future. And if they start to attract and these tours are successful, then of course next season and the season after will be important. And I think we're going to start to see PIF also working on those pre-season tours with them to try and build some business deals around the Newcastle team as they tour in those areas. So big opportunities for Newcastle to prove their worth to their owners.
Now, on a bit of a more troubling note with Newcastle, Sandro Tonali is again being named in an illegal gambling investigation. He's not expected to face any sanctions, but at what point do you kind of start to wonder what the future of Sandro Tonali is going to look like in world football?
Well, my understanding of this when I looked into it is that this all relates to around the same sort of things that he was already sanctioned for. The particular charges right now are about the platform he used to make the bets. I think the previous case was about the betting itself. That's my understanding. I could be wrong, but I think that's what my understanding is. So there will be no sporting sanctions. It's basically relating to the same thing. So I think it will probably be a fine, and I think it will then be closed for good. There's absolutely no panic, I think, from the club at all. They don't believe there's any sporting area that will come out of this. It's almost like, yes, it's the same charges, but a slightly different variation, and we'll put it to bed quickly. So I think Tonali will be okay. And I think he's been really happy with the support he's received from the club. He's loved by the fan base, and I think he'll put it behind him and move forward.